Alrighty, welcome. My name is Jonathan. I am an avid movie lover. And my camera lady, beautiful and fine, she loves movies. and what we are doing is called a drive-through review. We take a drive, we talk about the movie we're about to see, and give our honest opinions about it. Is there some opinions? Is there some critique before the movie comes in? We do have our biases beforehand. And
you need to put in the address.
I did. It's gonna register.
Okay.
But yeah, we review movies and we want to enjoy it. Sometimes people have their own opinions, and this lady doesn't know how to park, or she does. Take time.
She could have backed in.
I know. We drivers who back in a spot. Oh, the superior race.
Don't say we, you barely drive in.
Oh, you barely drive. But yes, we are about to see the Marvels. My honest opinion about it. My honest opinion about it is I hope it goes well, because her previous movie, Carol Danvers, wasn't as good. Now, there was critique about it already, so there's no need to bring it up. But her movie, The Marvel, Captain Marvel, the problem it had already was that the reason why it wasn't a good movie is because there was just too much emphasis on her power, and there was not much of a challenge or a obstacle for her. It was just her against herself. People had their opinions about it, but it wasn't a good movie overall. Now, it wasn't about her being a bad woman actress, or there's no people like woman actresses in movies, or as a star, or main leader, because there was movies like that before Captain Marvel, and we admire them. It wasn't emphasis on something political, as I don't know why they parked that way, but it was too much emphasis on, the movie wasn't that good. But there was great movies that was made before that had strong leads.
Strong woman leads.
Strong woman leads. She's not also my camera lady, but she's also my grammar Nazi.
Hey.
And but yeah, that was my there was strong woman leads. Strong leads of women. What was it?
Strong woman leads.
There we
female
go.
leads.
Female leads. They were strong, but there wasn't emphasis on her. What do you call it? Just because she's a woman, it was also, for instance, Terminator. As we all remember, part 1 and 2, they had a strong female lead, Sarah Connor, and it showed her journey, her trauma. There was also Aliens. I haven't seen the movie Alien, but people admired the actresses. She was an engineer fighting against aliens. It was amazing. And also Wonder Woman, the most recent one with a strong female lead, and Hunger Games, and it goes on. But what Captain Marvel failed to do was to show obstacle that you are also human, that you're also a woman, and you have issues just as a man as well. And that's why we admire some female leads, most female leads. When it comes to that, there's an obstacle and they have to fight it, and it's not because they're a woman, but also their personal trauma, what they had, and to overcome. In the recent Marvel one, Captain Marvel, they didn't show it. She was already strong. She was already this. She was already that. She didn't need to learn anything. What did she learn? How can male and female relate to? We don't know. It was just a story. Just you telling me what to feel. So, or what to think, or what to assume. And, whenever movies do that, there's been many movies like that that try to teach you something, try to tell you something, like you're a 5-year-old. It doesn't work out. That's my opinion. And ends up having bad reviews. There's not going to be a sequel. There's not going to be a continuation. There's not going to be a new movie because guess what? The ratings were low, the story was bad, and how can you climb up for that? So we're watching this movie. We want to see if she redeemed herself or they redeemed themselves because there are multiple Marvels in there. There's Miss Marvel, there's Captain Marvel, and there may be a third one. Hopefully it's going to be the new Captain Marvel. Be nice. And that's what we want. We want to see a good movie. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. There's already critics and reviews about it saying it may not be that good. I want to see it for myself because I love movies. I want to see how it turns out. I want to see if they redeem themselves. Is there anything we can pull out from it that makes it outstanding? But that's for us to find out. What's your opinions?
I don't know. I'm not very in depth with movies as you are. You know, I just saw that the reviews were not that great.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like they're also bringing out new Marvel characters to take over from the old ones, and you know, not a lot of people are too excited about it. Neither am I. But I'm going for the food.
You're going for the food?
I'm going for the food.
Yeah. We're a little hungry. So we want to see how it turns out. And Mary, she loves movies. She'll have an open eyes and open heart. Alright, she's worse of a critic than me. But yeah. But what do you think about this movie? What do you think is gonna show up? What do you think is gonna happen? Is she gonna redeem herself? Or the franchise is gonna redeem herself? Because we also have to remember back in Endgame, she didn't play much of a role.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why she didn't have much of a goal is because she didn't have much of an audience.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't, you know, based on the reviews of this movie, I don't think it was too much of a redemption. You know, but again, this is just based off of what critics have said and what we've read. You know, we have to really go see it ourselves before we make any judgment.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But you know, they're bringing out a lot of new characters. I think they're like, you know,
They're expanding.
teenagers
Yeah.
from the trailers and whatnot.
Film yourself.
I think so. What?
Do a selfie. You can't always
I'm
be
trying to
about me.
stabilize the camera.
Yeah, okay. But you know what? There's a reason why they're bringing this movie
Slow down,
out.
slow down, slow
I
down.
see.
You see, but you're not slowing down.
Because he's far away.
He's right. You're up his butt.
I'm not up his butt.
You're up his butt.
I'm not up his butt.
What are you laughing for?
What? I'm not driving crazy. I'm a nice driver. I'm the friendly driver. I'm kind. They're the problems. But yeah, they are making new characters, new Marvel stories. Like when they brought in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, not many people knew about the Guardians, at least in my knowledge. They didn't know much about it as a franchise, how they're going to bring up the story, how they're going to participate in all these things, and it's succeeding. And they keep making volumes, so if they made a second movie for Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel, or the Marvels, there has to be something good in it. Maybe they changed up the storyline. Because one thing's for sure, behind the camera, Carol Danvers, the woman who played Miss Captain Marvel, she didn't have a good standing with other actors or directors in the movie, in the franchise. You know, she does seem unpleasant to work with.
But that, you know, that really shouldn't take away from the story itself and her acting skills.
Yeah, No.
You know, if the story was written good, then, you know, a lot of actors have problems with other co-workers.
Oh yeah.
You know, but that doesn't stop the movie from being a good one.
So most times it does. One thing is that in the movie Transformers, Megan Fox was replaced because of her relationships with the director, and then they just changed her, and she thought she was irreplaceable. You know. Now, yeah, it shouldn't affect her acting skills, but it did play a role into how she ended up in Endgame, and what was the one before that?
Hunger Games?
No, not Hunger Games. The Avengers.
I'm hungry.
Oh, I don't want to exit.
What is he doing?
Get in there.
You have a
You
whole...
can make it. You can make it. There you go. He can drive. Jeez.
I swear, people cannot drive. Oh my god. Okay.
What makes this place so attractive all of a sudden?
We have to take this exit. I'm
No, we don't.
curious.
Oh no, I'm not that curious. I could wait. I could definitely wait.
Maybe it's that taco place.
This is tough. Oh no, it can't be that place. Look at it. It's empty. If anything, it probably should go to that taco spot.
Maybe it's Home Depot.
It's the McDonald's. You got a 2, 3, 4 pack.
This is not sponsored by Home Depot, McDonald's, or the taco place.
Not yet.
We might have to.
And also, we decided to make this channel because we always talk about movies before we drive. Just last week, Five Nights at Freddy's came out, and we wouldn't stop talking about it because we saw YouTube on it with Markiplier, and it was just amazing. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was scary.
We played the game.
We played the game, at least the first game, and you know, watching Markiplier, it was just fun. So when they brought up the movie, that brought our attentions, and we were like, hey, let's see how the movie is, and we had our hopes up, and you know, it didn't turn out well. People love the movie, you know.
I think a specific niche of people.
A very specific niche, and it was unfortunate because it's like the story was bad, but the actors did great. They did great with their script, and whatever the director said, they did great. But when it came to the storytelling, I think it was trying to go away from the game, but at the same time, it was trying to get away from like gameplay and all that stuff, because you don't want it to be a complete imitation of a game. A lot of video game movies do that, where they try to be just like the game, but it's not going to be the same. It's something you play, it's not something you watch, kind of deal. So that's why I believe that's why video game movies, whether it's Resident Evil, Sonic, they stay away from like doing the exact same story, because you know, if we did the exact same story, it's like, might as well just stay home, play the game, and not watch the movie. That's my opinion.
Great opinion.
What is your opinion? What do you guys say?
I mean,
You have an open heart. Be honest.
I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm honestly not going here with high expectations.
Why?
You know? I don't know. Just the things, you know, it's kind of been spoiled for me. So the things I've read, the things I've heard, you know, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
So I think off the bat, before even seeing the movie, I would say I would give it a rating of like 4 out of 10. Now, whether that increases or decreases is to be seen after we see it.
My guess, it shares the same 4 out of 10. Now, that's the thing. It could increase or it could decrease.
Yeah.
Now, if it increases, that's amazing. If it decreases out of 4 out of 10, then it's like, hey, at least we saw the movie. We saw for ourselves. We gave you our honest opinion. We may not be degrees in movie critique. We watch everything together.
That was weird.
Yeah, I thought she was walking across. And there is parking. I don't want to push my luck. Is that behind it? No.
Ooh.
We got perfect parking. Yeah.
Yay.
Right in front. I take you. Oh, that guy got messed up. But yes, I hope you guys stick around. There's going to be spoilers. I will be honest. And we'll hear from you soon. You'll hear from us soon. Good night. Huh?
Say bye.
Bye.
And we're live.
And before I even start, what do you think about the movie? Because
I actually was surprised.
me too.
I liked it.
Mhm.
You know, I really actually enjoyed it. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. I laughed a lot.
Yeah.
The girl who played Kamala, I think her name was Iman, she was so cute. I loved her actually.
Yeah.
She was so nice.
Yeah. She, the acting wasn't that bad. Before with Captain Marvel, the first one. It's definitely one thing I would say is not a 4 out of 10. That's one thing I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a 10 out of 10.
I think my score definitely raised to 8 out of 10.
Mine went to 7.
Why 7?
Now, the reason why is because I felt like there was too many gaps in the story. Like, whoops, headlights, there you go. So, there was a lot of gaps in the story. I don't get it. How come, like I said, there's going to be spoilers. But how come they were able to transport each other and get mingled, and then when she died, the main antagonist, they can't even be able to transport again, and it was because of a dongle, they call it. Apparently Miss Marvel's second gauntlet, right?
Bangle,
there we go. Like,
is
what?
there a crack on your windshield?
Yes, there is a crack in it.
No, down there.
Oh no, that's probably something from the tree. But there was too many holes for me to even enjoy the movie, kind of get it. It's a 7 out of 10. It's definitely something worth watching.
I think it's a light watch. I think, I agree with you. There's definitely a lot of holes within the story. They didn't really explain much about Hala. They didn't give much time to, phenomenal actor Park Seo-joon.
Yeah. That's another thing. They start a character in there, and there's no extra story about it. She
randomly got married. There was, there wasn't really any a substance to that story.
The substance was quick as that scene, honestly, because it was like she's there for a few seconds in this new planet.
Hala.
No, it wasn't Hala. It was Orlando, something like that. There was a water planet, and
Orlandian.
But it didn't make sense. There was so much substance in that scene where it was very quick.
Yeah.
That was the thing. She happened to get married and, have love, and there's apparently this bond she has with this guy, and he was able to throw her battle on her. What was that about?
Right.
It felt like a useless adaptation to the story. It's a chase story, but it was a weird chase story.
To be completely honest with you,
Yeah.
I forgot it was a Marvel's movie.
Yeah.
It felt more like Star Wars.
How so?
I don't know. It's just seeing all the planets, the sounds that all the the space equipment made and stuff.
Yeah.
It sounded a lot like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, not saying that's a bad thing because I love Star Wars.
Yeah, no doubt.
But it was just, it was kind of a reminiscent point for me.
Yeah.
But, I think towards the end, too, it kind of baffled me that they found the answer to closing the rip in space-time right away. But honestly, seeing, I forgot her name, but, the actress who ended up not being able to make it back through.
Oh, yeah, Toyana.
Yeah.
Tayana. I forgot her name. The last name is Paris. But it didn't, you know what, that the solution to the problem should have been done early in the beginning, and then that's it, the end of the movie. If there were the way to punch it back, then they should have done that in the past other episodes where there was like a space rip. Oh, there's a rip, let's use our power to punch it back, and then boom, that's all that's needed. But no, they wait till the end, and you're doing this whole chase story,
right?
And not just that, like, there was no like character development with each person. There was no relations between like Carol Danvers and Captain Rambo. That was their name.
Right.
And then Miss Marvel. She has an admiration for Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel knows nothing about her. It should have been in a strange relationship. And same thing with Carol Danvers and what's her face? Rambo. It was like you hold on to her grudge for like 30 years. She's a superhero, for crying out loud, and you're having this oh, you never visited me. It was like, really? It's like she's your aunt and your story with her is just a couple of years. It wasn't like, she was there for a lifetime, and then, like, how old was she when she left Rambo's family? Like
12 years old.
12 years. She was 12 years old, but how long was she there for? Where she could call her Aunt Carol. There was like no relationship development, or even like.
Well, I think in the previous story, her mom and Captain Marvel used to work together, so they were. But not the. But they were best friends. They were quite close.
Yeah.
And then of course, the accident happened.
Yeah.
With the plane.
I feel the whole, like, they try to make people feel like they should have developed a long time ago. And that's another thing. You have to watch WandaVision and Miss Marvel before you can even have feelings for Miss Marvel or Captain Rambo. That's it.
Yeah.
You have to really watch those shows. First time viewer is like, what's the deal? You're lost.
Yeah, I never saw WandaVision and never saw any of those.
Yeah.
And it threw me for a loop in the beginning.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
it was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable.
It was
I
funny.
think because I had such low expectations, I was quite pleasantly surprised. And I think I have high hopes for Kamala being, a Marvel.
Yeah.
I think she's very funny. She's very enjoyable.
It was kind of like everything was forced on, and like I said, spoiler alert, there's gonna be X-Men in there.
Yeah. Of course, the main character of the entire story was Goose.
And that's another thing, like Goose
was hilarious.
Goose was hilarious. That was like the comedic relief, but other than that, I wasn't fond of Goose. I like Goose. Goose was funny, adorable.
I liked
But
Kiss.
other than that, I don't think what do you call it? I don't hate the cat, you know, but I just, you know, I felt like there was a lot of things missing in that film, and everything was just rushed. It was just pushed. To be honest, I was surprised that, you know, the check came in so soon. I was like, this is the middle or the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, that was because usually the theater we go to gives you the check after you order.
Right.
And it was already almost the middle. It was like 101 minutes, that movie. So like an hour.
I thought he was about to say $101.
101, yeah, no, minutes.
Jeez.
I just felt very disappointed. And, you know, they try to throw everything in there. They try to make you feel for Carol, make you feel for Kamal, make you feel for Toyana, Captain Rambo. And it's just, it was not worth it. It was, you know, didn't have much emphasis to it. And I was a little disappointed. But enjoyable wise, will I recommend it? 7 out of 10. Wait for the movie to come out on Disney Plus, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something worth going to the theater for. You know, I enjoyed it. But overall, it was an enjoyable movie. I liked it. It was fun. But will I watch a Marvel 3? Maybe. Hopefully they update it a little bit more.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Ooh, parking.
Definitely. Yeah, that's about it. And I think Miss Paris has, you know, the actress has to work a little bit more on acting. Because I didn't believe any word she said. It felt like she was It's like I didn't pick her up as a scientist, and I just picked her up as an engineer. Who else?
I thought she did fine.
Yeah.
I thought she did fine. But I guess, you know, because you've watched more movies, you know, I guess you see more nuances.
Yeah. Kamal did a great job out of everything. And Kamala. Oh, yeah. So Kamala did a better job. The actress, Iman, she did really good. She exceeded my expectations. Carol Danvers, Brie Larson, her acting was a little bit better. A little bit more human side. Back in the first Captain Marvel movie, she was very one-toned, one-sided.
I think it was nice to see that she had some situations that she couldn't understand or she couldn't fight alone.
Yeah.
In comparison to the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it made her seem more like a hero going through a struggle.
Yeah. Pretty much. And that was her struggle, you know. But then it was quickly resolved. It should have ate her up like... That's the thing. It should have been like a big sacrifice. Like, you know, will you save your people or save, you know... No, the solution was there. You know, you could solve the problem and be a hero again. It's like, you know, sometimes heroes have like darkest, you know, like backstory. I don't know. Like, if you look at Captain America, he had to stay with his friend. I forgot his name. Oh, jeez.
The Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah. His friend was a murderer, a killer, and a hitman. Brainwashed by the Soviets or for Hydra. It should have been the same thing for her. Like, that would have been her little dark corner that she suffered, you know. Iron Man, same thing. He wanted to sell out the Avengers to the government. The Hulk, he has anger issues. Or he can't be trusted. He's hot-headed. Stuff like that. And every hero has to have that dark corner in them that is like, you know, even Peter Parker. Peter Parker has like that, you know, not that he's dark or he's evil or he did something wrong. He's a young kid. That's his flaw. There's always going to be a little flaw, a little chip in the armor of every hero. And it becomes more relatable. Not everyone could blast the sun to save the earth, you know. This, even with as much powers as she has, this, I don't think, you know, is not relatable. Like, sometimes maybe the lesson is we cannot go back and fix our mistakes, you know, and it weighs on our shoulder, but maybe there's a way to move forward, you know, and that's my opinion. That's what this movie should have been. That's what it should have been about, where the Creed people met their fate. They had to run away from their homeland, just like how they did it to the refugees. Who was the refugees again? I forgot their names, but the refugees that they were running, they were hunting down. They should have felt the same pain as they caused. It's like a lesson learned, and then it's a continuing cycle. That would have been a great story. And now they had to find refugees in another planet, start all over again, not being controlled by the AI. And by the way, who was the AI?
I remember in the first movie, in the first Captain Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like something like that. I forgot it.
No, that's the thing. I don't remember it in the first Captain Marvel movie.
Or maybe it was like in another movie that we haven't seen, or another show.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. It would have been like that.
Because I remember, like, in the Captain Marvel movie, she was, like, trying to find a way to beat the AI.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That looks better, right?
I guess.
No? Okay. Because the other one made it look a little fuzzy. But that is my thought. That is my critique and Mary's critique in drive-through reviews. Yeah. Thank you for listening to our first show. Anything else you want to add?
No.
No?
I'm good.
You're good? Alrighty. Good. But anyway, like, subscribe, whatever YouTubers say nowadays. And next week, we're thinking about doing the same thing for
Trolls.
The Hunger Games.
Trolls.
The Hunger Games.
Trolls.
We're gonna do the Hunger Games.
Trolls.
Trolls is a kids' movie.
Everybody's
like,
oh yeah, I want to see Trolls.
You know, we could do Hunger Games.
We could do Trolls.
We could do both.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Alrighty.
And let us know what you guys think about the movie if you see it.
Definitely. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jonathan, you gotta stay quiet. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. That's fine. Leave a review. And
be nice.
And be nice. Take care now.